and see what happens. I mean, where's that spot? Well, we're not quite there yet. There is a bit of an interesting level on NQ right around here that I'm just going to chart real quick. Like there's some stuff happening up in here. I don't know, like I wouldn't take any trades off of it myself, but it's definitely something to watch. Something we'll keep an eye on, that's for sure. What else are we looking at? NVIDIA is an interesting one. We've just sort of been, in the last couple days, just been ranging between this 110, 104. So a breakout to either side of these two, I think, will be rather large, especially if we break over 110 and this daily 100 SMA. There's really nothing till 116. If we zoom out a little bit, right? Like there's really nothing. $116 is sort of these holds here, these rejections up here, this hold, and then if we go all the way back, you can see another hold and more rejections. So we'll have to see. Bull in the house. What's going on, bud? How much are you? Yeah, yeah. We'll see. I mean, we're sitting at some. we're sitting at some on NVIDIA right now. We have 15-minute volume divergence with wicks, so that's something to keep an eye on. Right into the open, which is interesting. What does NQ look like on 15? Same sort of thing, right? Big top wicks, volume decreasing, right into the open. We'll have to keep an eye on that for sure. It's possible that, when this candle closes and we open, I mean, if it wasn't the open, I would go for it, but it would be possible to see something like this. If it wasn't the open, I'm not gonna bet on that happening at the open, I'll tell you that much. But we'll see. We got about a minute, 2 minutes, I mean. It's already working in our favor, which we don't want. We want to pump. I'm in on NQ. I got in about here. So we want this to not go down. That's just our reality. What else? Tesla's a big one. Look at this. This zone right here is quite interesting. This 236 sort of zone that we have marked out, we're already rejecting. It didn't even trigger my alert. But we got 45 seconds and we'll see what happens. Well, used to be by 9:30 we'd have like 15 people in these, and now there's only like 5 or 6. I mean, we're just getting, I stopped doing it for 2 weeks, so I get it. But,
we'll get it back.
Oh yeah, we'll get back in a groove. Good things going on. No, I can't hear it.
Miss Rachel was that. Jack's probably the only one who knows Miss Rachel.
All right, here we go. Let's just get this thing to pump up to here, and then it can fail again where it's been failing. NVIDIA, what's NVIDIA doing? NVIDIA's back down at this zone where we sort of saw some rejections the last few days. You know, it's been, if we are over, it holds a bit. If we're under, it holds under. But it looks like we're dropping here on NVIDIA at least. Tesla's still up. NVIDIA, no, it's looking to hold. And this is why I don't take these volume divergence plays right into the open. A little bit too volatile. And it's still holding. That's the J Davis special right there. Costco. What's Costco doing? Oh shit. Costco's breaking out. Cool. I love when you set alerts on stocks and like don't, and then stop watching them for months at a time. You're like, oh shit. Let's see if we're gonna catch anything here today. So SPY is still, oh, that's a 15-minute. So yeah, SPY is pushing up aggressively and NQ is not. So we have some equities divergence. So SPY is booming, but QQQ, look, QQQ is rejecting this daily 100 SMA up here, right? This is what I was talking about yesterday on the live call. You want to see us blow through these levels. You don't want to see it sort of stagger around here. ES fail under this sort of 55.15 would be interesting as well. Yeah, there it goes. What a candle. So we're going to have to wait. I mean, we're going to start seeing some action. If we keep pushing up on SPY, we're going to start seeing some action at this daily 20, I would assume. VIX is still falling off the face of the earth. Came back up, retested our zone. Quite interesting, this sort of ES pushing up and NQ pushing down. One of them will take over from here. I'm hoping it's ES. What's going on? Oh, Tesla. Too bad we couldn't get on up here. NVIDIA's under. See if we're going to get a retest. Meta's rejecting here. This would be a nice short. On Meta. You might have to move your stop over top of this guy a little bit, but that's okay. Apple's just blasting off. AMD is, oh geez, failing under this 139. Amazon's coming back to test this. We've been stuck between the zone for a while. Going against this volume is going to be difficult though if you're trying to short Meta here. Yeah, it's rejected. We can't get over here. Which is sort of, we got above and held. We couldn't hold below, couldn't hold above. Right, we can see how that plays a part in price action. It's big there. VIX pumping up just a little bit. There's Meta. There we go. Look at this. This one worked out pretty nicely. That's for sure. You would definitely have your stop at break even by now. Extend your profit target. Yeah, this is how you would play this one out. You'd have your stop loss about here now. Locking in your profits. You're extending your profit target at this point. SPY is just plummeting. Yes, well, it's holding the zone for now. Anytime you're shorting into a zone, you want to make sure that you're rolling your stop loss aggressively because this is a nice rejection point, right? That's sort of the whole point. Is, this level here, we know that, well, we don't know that it's going to bounce. We know that it could bounce, right? So SPY. So at the same time, shorting SPY into this daily 50 SMA is really tough. That's why I'm staying away from this right now. Because of this right here. Here we can see we have a reaction at it already. This would be a beautiful trade. We would go ahead and secure more profits. I would even lock in a lot more at this point. Trying to watch this thing just keep failing, right? And we'd get stopped out and that would be it. That would have been 490 ticks. You know, that's almost $1,500 per contract. So now we're under. See, this is tough. Like, I want to short this so bad, but shorting into zones is not a smart play. It's something I try to stay away from. Are we going to keep going? Probably. I mean, it looks like it at this rate, but I'm just going to stay away from it. Right. One of the things that I've learned is that, you know, you have your rules and you got to stick to them, or what's the point of even having the rules? Right? I don't want to short it into here just to see it bounce off of this level and turn. Same thing, ES, we have a level down here. NQ is wide open, QQQ is wide. Look at this QQQ rejection of that daily 100 SMA. It doesn't get any more perfect than that. Nvidia is tanking. Tesla's, everything is dropping. AMD, gross. Apple's still holding itself up. VIX has turned. Wolf, did you set your alarm for the VIX turning on you? See, this is why we don't short into zones, right? This is too small of an area. Nick's here. What's up, Nick? See, that's why we don't short into zones, guys. That's a nice hold of this daily 50 right here. That's why on NQ when we were short, we roll your stop. Right? This is textbook stuff that I show you guys every day. Meta's rebounding. You'd have your stop at break even. It's bouncing right off of this trend line. Or this sort of squeeze zone. Tesla's turning right before this daily 50 and right at this 226 level. Would have been nice to catch longs over here, but and Q's holding over, QQ's holding over, SPY's holding over, ES is getting over. Now we're having some troubles. Anyone else got their eyes on anything? No? Alright. We'll just keep flipping through these. I haven't really seen anything yet, and I'm okay with that. Usually on big, like we had unemployment and non-farm payroll this morning. and like average hourly wage, it's nice to give the market a good hour or so in the open to settle in after a big move. Um, it's nice to sort of just wait it out and see what everyone's reaction is going to be. This is some tricky price action here. First 15 minutes. We're just gonna keep watching, waiting, seeing what happens. Oh, we got Andrews here. I didn't see him sneak in. Our first candle. Yeah, like look at this first 15-minute candle. We can even mark these highs and lows. Yeah, ISO's here. Good morning. It's pretty much the whole daily regular crew that's here. It's nice to see some consistency. Not really. This QQQ hold is really nice. SPY still holding over this 548 is really nice. This NQ hold. ES isn't really near anything at this current time, but we're gonna be watching. That's for sure. Set some alerts up. Just in case we're doing something else. Yeah, tricky. These very top and bottom big wick 15-minute candles are not easy to trade. I don't. QQQ. It's breaking down right out our zone. See if it holds at all. That looks nice. I mean, it's only 30 seconds in its candle, but it's SPY rejecting that daily 50 again. I'm gonna get rid of these actually. Definitely starting to see some selling pressure here. This is a nice rejection. There it goes. Big time selling on this candle, 18,000. Almost 19. But still fighting with that daily 50. It's tough to pick the direction here. So if price is going down, we want it to come all the way down to 548 before we start making decisions. This could be an interesting one for a long here. Risking just below, targeting up. But that's real risky. We are seeing absorption, right? This was at almost 19, now we're at 17. A lot of the selling is being, eaten up by these passive buyers that are sitting down here. But like I said, it would be interesting, but I wouldn't have taken that long. There's no proof of holding over top of this daily 50 yet.
Price is climbing too, so
Yeah.
I think that's
Yep. It's holding. You can. Yep.
200. 200 EMA.
It broke over, came back, held. That's a good call.
And we're losing this 5,500 SPX.
Yep. Where are we at? We're almost on our level on SPY Q. We're breaking down. We're under on Q. We're under on NQ. I have a zone here on SPX at this. So I'm down to here. You can see we're rejecting this daily 50 on pretty hard. Alert's gonna go off. Oh. Didn't even make it to our alert. runtime there, right? It's interesting. It's there on the 15-minute, but not on the 5 or 2. It's there on the 2-minute. Weird. Yeah, this is tricky stuff to trade right here, guys. And this, to me, like, this is the perfect example of why you just wait for your zones. Like, how do you trade this? You know, in the first half hour, how do you take any of these trades? What's it based off of? Like, what do you... I mean, I don't have things like EMAs and shit like that on my charts, but a lot of people use that, and that's cool. I mean, just based off of what I do here and what I preach, like, we just gotta wait. We'd have no clue what's gonna happen. You know, we open big green, you're like, oh, I'm gonna go long, and then it goes red. You're like, big red, you're like, oh, I'm gonna go short. It goes up. You know, it's real difficult to tell, right? This trading game we play is a game of probabilities. And the reason why I chose to use levels is because I can go back in time and I can watch what happened at these previous levels to gain a higher knowledge of probability at certain price points, right? So I know when price gets down to here, there's a probability of a move either up or down. When I'm in between here, I don't know if there's a probability of a move anywhere. It can just literally do whatever it wants in between here, and there's no reference point. So that's sort of my view on why this is what I do. You know, combination of probability and risk. What's Sabe's doing now? He just closed out 3 swing positions today. It's impressive. 68%, 38%, 23%. Guy's an animal. There we go. Now we're getting close on SPY. But I mean, we're still not there, right? Like, still gotta wait a bit. This selling pressure is pretty strong. Yes, we're not quite at our level, but SPY, we're about to approach it. QQQ held under nicely. NQ held under nicely. This downwards direction is looking pretty prime at this point, but we're gonna have to wait and see. NVIDIA is at its level of support, right? So we need to make sure we're watching what happens there. Just keeping an eye on this over here. There it goes. Everything's going off now. What's going on here? Everything's sort of going at the same time here. This is big down here though, right? Nvidia's holding. Look at that on ES. Right, that's why we wait. We don't jump the gun and go short automatically. Patience in this game is going to save you guys a lot of cash. This is a weird spot. I'm not taking any trades in here, right? Like we got this level protected here. We got this short-term sort of watch area and the daily 50 at the same time. So in order for me to take a trade, I want to see us either break down below here, or I'll probably even wait until we get up here. Like I don't know if I'm going to be longing from here. It's too much risk. We've seen price go up and come down to this level 2 times now. In order for me to put on a long position up here, we would have to be risking down here. That's not enough R to R. I won't take it. So the likelihood of us taking a trade is short at this position here, or shorts or a follow through up here. That's it. Which is unfortunate for the crowd watching today, but you know, NQ and QQQ is a different story. I mean, this would have been a beautiful, beautiful play up here, but it is what it is. ES is holding. Look at this. Big buy-in. What was it like last time price came down over here? Right, we saw some nice big selling with no continuation right at the zone, and then we took off. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. Like this spot right here with these 2 big numbers and this is very interesting. You can see this getting eaten up. Additional selling pressure. Here it goes. Wow. Buying is big right here. Buying is big. This could just be a break below and retest, and this could be a possible spot for our shorts. But we're going to have to let volume tell us that. I might give it a shot. Yeah, I'm in short here. I got filled right about here. We're at 10% profit right now. 15. I'm going to take one off here at 15% just because I'm not really liking this price action. Moving my stop to break even just to protect us on this. It's been a tricky morning. We're guaranteed 15% on one contract. We are 0 risk on our second contract. Only took 2. All this buying and no continuation is a good sign for us, but it could definitely flip this candle real quick at the same time. So that's why I'm taking the risk off. Tons of buying happening down here, right? You can see all this. Price is trying to push below. We're not getting continuation. I got stopped out at break even. So 15% on one contract. It's definitely worth a shot. No complaints there. Should I have kept my risk on? Maybe. I don't know. At the end of the day, protecting my capital is what I love to do most, so. These little wins all add up. Right? You get 15% 10 times. You're good to go. All this buying down here, can't really see a reason to keep on risk. That's just sort of my mindset, right? For people that watch, you all know how I operate. Is it going to go in our direction? Sure, maybe. I don't know. Don't really care anymore. I'm not in a position. Even if I'm in the position, right? It's what I was talking about before, probabilities and risk, right? We are at a spot of that we know that there's the probability of a move is higher. We get into a position based off of volume. We apply our risks, and that's all we can do. Right? We can't really worry about what's happening from there. If price happens to just shoot up all of a sudden, that's what it is. That's why you have your risk on. And if price goes in our direction, that's great too. If you get stopped out, then it goes in your direction, whatever. See, this is it right here. We shorted under, but it didn't hold under on ES. Right? We were going for the short under, didn't hold. A long might even be really nice here, but again, I'm weary of this stuff, so I'm not doing it. Let's see what this candle closes on NQ, could be interesting too. We still got 4 minutes though, so. At this point, we just sort of wait, watching what happens. See, price reacts. We're back down to our zone on ES. That is bearish. But we'll have to see how this candle closes, right? We're pushing down, price is dropping, decreasing volume. I mean, this one might close with bigger volume, but we're getting bottom wicks. That's sort of that downside volume divergence that we watch for. Yeah. At this point, yeah, it would have been great for sure. Some nice absorption up in here. ES is failing under, and Q broke down. Everything's breaking down. VIX is climbing. Yeah. Oh, wow. I got in again. We're going to give this one more shot. I think my entrance was more like here. Yeah, that seems about right. We target this zone. It's not quite 3-1, but see what happens. This bigger volume here is the reason why I really wanted to try shorting. This isn't the greatest to see, but And we're at 10%. We seem to be rejecting right down in here, this same sort of level. There we go, that's a nice little pop. 15%. Let's see this continuation. That's not what we want. We want to see some aggressive selling. We want to see a candle like this one, and with almost no bottom wick.
I should do an email document just using your live trade.
Yeah. Yep. All right, we're at 15% again. I'm taking one off. We are. Actually, I'm going to keep some risk on this one. I don't know how to get that back now. What are we seeing now? All these rejections. This is right here, QQQ pre-market lows. SPY, we haven't got to pre-market lows. ES looks terrible. I don't like how that candle closed with less volume and a big bottom. Look at all these 3 big bottom wicks in a row. Oh, we just wait and see how this plays out, right? A lot of these red candles, man. This is crazy. We haven't seen a green candle in a while. We got to be cautious. VIX looks like it's topping. Can't get volume on VIX. Let's just see this thing dump. It's trying to so hard. This waiting game is killing me. I mean, would it have been way better to enter up here? Absolutely. But like I said, the system is you don't short into levels. You wait for your confirmation under levels, you wait for volume, you go in. It is what it is, right? I don't like these candles. If this ends with less volume and a bottom wick, it's probably gonna turn on us. And that could even happen before. We're not getting any follow through down in here. We have big selling, no continuation. Q is bottoming out. ES looks absolutely nasty down here. Decreasing volume, big bottom wicks, can't break lows. Not a good sign. I mean, it's okay. The first one we got one contract at 15%, and this one we got another contract at 15%. These sellers are really trying. That's for damn sure. Back up 10% again. $15, $18, $20. I'm taking risk off. I don't like how this is working for us. Here we go. Here we go. 25%, 40%. I'm closing my other contract. 40%. That's that. Could I have stayed in? I'm watching these lows here. I don't like how we're not getting a lot of continuation, but that's the candle we were waiting for. We took 40% on that one. That's not bad. Not bad at all. Is it going to keep going? Maybe. But I've been weary of down here ever since we got in. But I'm still super happy with this 40%. So that's that. That's a nice trade, guys. That is a nice trade. And Bull, I even managed to remember to record that one for you.
No way.
Yep. It's still going.
You're the man.
Still going.
I honestly thought it was gonna turn around. I was getting scared.
Should have maybe waited till here. Is anyone else in this? That's my question. Wolf, I'm looking at you. It's probably up 8. Ah, yeah, whatever, that's sweet. Ooh, what are we looking at here? If we go BTC over here, that's Bitcoin market cap. I don't give a shit about Bitcoin market cap. To the upside. There you go. There we go. Yep, Bitcoin's dropping. Oh, SPY, look at that. Let's go. Yeah. Yep. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, should have stayed in, yeah, but whatever, right? Like, this is the stuff that I like talking to you guys about. Once, yeah, I mean, it's still going for sure, but I don't care at all. I'm not in a position anymore. There's no reason to care about it still going. I made 15% on one, and then on the next trade, I made 15% and then 40%. So that's a great day. Absolutely. And that's why, who was it? Was it Tony? Yeah, Tony was asking about SPX over SPY. This move right here on SPY wouldn't have warranted a 40% gain, right? You would probably be at about 15%. Well, maybe 20 or 25 if you're zero DTE SPYs. But, if you got so it's like, I call it VVM, it's volume, volatility, and momentum. If those three things are in your direction, SPX is a fucking knockout every time, right? We're getting the volume is here. There's lots of volatility. The market's moving. The momentum is down, right? You can see how hard, and I was saying it on that trade. Look at how hard all of these bears were trying down here, right? Pushing down, bulls up. We go farther down, bulls up. We go farther down, bulls up, and then boom.
It's like getting another push now.
Yeah. I bet you we go down to this 53.50 or 50 that 543.50 level, which is 543.50 is this sort of situation here. And then we have to go back a lot further through this mess. We have some holds here right when the daily 50 comes up to it. We have lots of holds down here and then lots of rejections here, right? This is a beautiful level. Still going. But that being said, I'm not going to take any more trades today. I don't think. That was great for me. Um, I made my profits. I don't want to risk giving away my realized gains. Um, so that's going to be it for trades for the day. So yeah, I mean, does anyone have anything they want me to take a look at or anything of that sort or whatever before we hop off here? You can see how volume is telling us at this level, right? All this green, no green candle, no continue up. These big green levels, no green candle, no continue up. All this green, no green candle, no continue up, right? This is what we watch for. This is textbook. I was weary of these pre-market lows. It's something that I do watch. I probably would have made an extra on a push down like that. I don't know. I'd probably be at 65, 70% by now, but whatever. It is what it is. How's MSTR looking? Or yeah, you're in MSTR, right? Boom. Boom. My computer wasn't so slow I could pull it up faster. I got the Discord live stream going. I got the YouTube live stream going. Um, my computer does not like it the most, especially with all of these tabs open. I need a new computer so bad, but I'm just so damn cheap. There you go. You got in probably around here somewhere, wasn't it? Uh, just like loosely. You don't really have to respond. I was just sort of saying. No. Oh, dude, I know. How many times? Like here it goes. How many times have we seen you post? You're like MSTR up 280%, and you're like you alerted it like 2 minutes before. Oh, look at this. I haven't charted Bitcoin in like 6 weeks, and look at this zone. Look at this rejection. Bam. See you later. Oh no. Whatever, man. It's all part of it, right? Save your funds for another day. That's what it's all about, dude. It's the game we play here, man. You gotta live to play again. I'm sure this is that 5 minute you were looking at on Bitcoin, right, Wolf? Something like this. That's a big break. Yep. It's look now it's dumping. MSTR is going. Let's see if we can find some sort of support. Oh, if we break here, man, see it. Like, well, you're good down to this daily 200. I would think. Yeah, in a matter of like seconds, it seems like right where we are right now is pretty nice. We can sort of stretch this over, see if we find anything else at this level. Um, there you go. You're underneath the level. What else? Look at this other support on this level right here, right? You go back in time. Look at how many touches there are in this level. This is beautiful. You want to hold below this for this guy big time. Look at this. Nice trade, dude. Yeah. Yeah, you're right, Jason. That 115.30, like, there's nothing else sort of in the way. Like, 54%. Get that garbage out of here. Push up, reject, tank. Come right back up here. Bye bye. Half at 50%. That's beautiful. Love this, boys. Love this. Man, Zabe's fully exited his AMD at 55%. Look at this. Yeah, Wolf's getting 50%. Zabe's getting 50. I pulled a 40. Done deal. Oh, jeez. Yeah, it's going. Man, that could have been real, right? Anyways. Well, it's the same thing with look at oh my god. Look look at Vex. We filled this news gap already. Um, if we break this like 2260, that's absolutely insane. Wow. Just wow. You know, you get in those trades and you're like, man, I wish I took more contracts on that. That's me right now. NVIDIA under 104. Oh no. I really wanted to see this keep going, man. I backed up the Brinks truck at like 96, and I bought a probably too much NVIDIA at 96 bucks. Oh, I know. But it was like, it was looking real good. I bought down here, and then it immediately started going up. Like, I was up 30, I think it was like 36% or whatever in like less than 2 weeks. And I think I bought like 500 shares. Q, we have a. Yeah, absolutely. It's it's tough to sustain a business growth model like that. Like, they've grown at such a rapid pace that even if they continue to grow, like exactly what you're saying, if they continue to grow but not at the same pace, that's seen as negative, right? Like, they can probably beat on earnings continually, but if they're not beating by what a lot of people have priced in, that's a negative reaction to the market. It's like what happened with fucking Broadcom yesterday. They double beat, but just tanked because they didn't beat by what everyone expected them to beat. No, exactly. Whereas there's still like their everything, their earning per share was great. Like, they were up like 5% EPS, I think, something like that. Let's take a look. Yeah. Fucking Nancy. Starting to see some. Look at this. This is a telltale sign, right? Look at this. Big selling down here. We're not going, right? Like 22,000 is the biggest we've seen on this whole push down by far. And we're just getting absorbed. There's lots of volume down here at this level. I want AVGO. Yeah, look at that. Double beat. Oh, not 5. Sorry, it wasn't that bad. It was 2%. Beat EPS by 2% and revenue by 3/4, by fucking almost $100 million. People are like, oh, that's not good enough. All right. Meta. Look at that meta trade, guys. Right? You remember that, right? Right near the open? Like, oh, it's possible rejection here, right at this perfect zone. When your daily SMAs line up with levels and zones, man, it's pretty strong. And Q here, I don't think anything until we're down here. Personally, I really do my darndest to just avoid taking any trades outside of zones. This is pretty aggressive. I mean, our volume is on the 15-minute, our volume is dying off. We'll have to see how this can, you know what I mean? Like, volume is going down and price is still pushing heavily in that direction. I would be weary of shorting, especially after this is the stuff I was saying yesterday. Like, we've already made a 2% move. At this point, I'm not jumping in now. If you miss the gun on it, that's just, it is what it is. right? SPY's really trying to get to this level. This was a nice one here, guys. That's for sure. I love when that happens. Zone to zone. There you go. SPY's at our level. NQ's still pushing. If this candle finishes with more volume, I mean, that could be a good sign. But like, we haven't had a green 15-minute candle since we opened. Even since before we opened. Oh man. I got in those SPX contracts at 1170. It's now 33. 200%. But that's it, right? Like, I'm still super pumped about the 40% I made. It's crazy how like momentum really pushes SPX prices, right? Because from here to here, I only made 40%. And then from there to there, we made 160%. Or would have, you know? Should I have trimmed one? Well, actually, I only had one, sorry. I trimmed at the 15%. So, should I have held both for longer? Yeah, hindsight, but you don't know that, right? With all these big bottom wicks that we were playing with, I'm super happy with that move, right? This was going to go heavy in one direction or the other, and I didn't want it to be against me. This is gross. Big money, man. 1,500 ticks. Ew. $7,500 a contract. I usually trade 6 contracts. This thing's gonna flip red again. Like, we've only had one green. Wait, 2 green. Make that 3. 3 green 15-minute 5-minute candles since we've opened. I mean, I think at this point, guys, this is going to be it for me. I'm not taking another trade. Oh, MSTR still going in your direction, bud. There you go. I don't think I'm going to take anything else. I mean, I know I'm not going to, so there's that. So I'm probably just going to log off here. Go on about my business. I still got a lot of work to do today, so I need to transition to a different part of what I do with my days. But, you know, catching 2 15% contracts and 1 40% contract in an hour and 15 minutes of being open, that's a pretty good work day, if you ask me. Pretty good work day. So, thanks everyone for showing up. That's good.